Then there was terror and panic in heaven, and to save themselves the Immortals fled away into the land of Egypt, where they disguised themselves by assuming the heads of animals or birds so that Typhon might not know them. The Egyptians made statues of them, and gave them new names. Artemis, with a cat's head, they called Bast. Dionysus, with the ram's head, became Osiris. Cow-headed Demeter became Isis, and so on with the other immortals. But Zeus did not flee. He stood up on Olympus to do battle with his fearful enemy, and hurled a thunderbolt at him. Typhon laughed at thunderbolts, and catching the next one Zeus threw, he hurled it back, and after that a whole cascade of rocks and mountain tops. Zeus dodged them, and snatched up the great sickle made of adamant, with which in the beginning of time Cronus had maimed his father the sky. With this weapon, harder and sharper than the sharpest iron, he attacked the monster, and the whole earth shook and quaked as they fought. Long and fiercely the battle raged, but Zeus was the stronger, and soon Typhon was bleeding from many wounds. But as they rolled on the ground, wrestling and struggling together, Typhon made one last tremendous effort, and wrenched the sickle from Zeus, while he twined the snaky coils of his body round him, and held him prisoner for a moment. Then, with a few swift blows, Typhon cut off the immortal sinews from Zeus's arms and legs, leaving him lying on the slope of Olympus, powerless to move. Typhon was also sorely wounded, and bleeding from many cuts, but he managed to crawl down into a deep valley in the wild land of Thrace in northern Greece, and hid the sinews deep in a cave. Then he rested outside in the sun, guarding the sinews, and waiting until his wounds healed, and his strength came back to him. Meanwhile, Hermes and Pan came quietly across the world, in search of Zeus, and found him lying on the mountain's side, unable to stir, powerless to defend himself if Typhon returned to the attack.